Hello, YouTube, it's boy, the Memphis X. Alright, welcome back. Check this out. The show where we take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at. And we have ourselves a good old time playing troll decks, rogue decks, casual decks, bennett decks, whatever you're thinking. I forgot to wear a fancy hat today, but that's fine because I just got my spiffy new haircut, if you couldn't tell. Yes, it's time for us to play another deck via our Discord. We still have a few of these left to go. And we're taking a look at a second look at the Doomz archetype, which is an Exceed archetype based around equip spells. And we're combining that today with two other Exceed archetypes, being the Goblin Bikers and the Ryzeals, which is a very nasty sounding combination. And when this deck goes off, it goes off really darn hard. So we got ourselves our deck here today, thanks to our boy Harry Yu, who helped make this deck for us with a buddy of his over on our Discord. So big shout outs to them. So we're going to be going into today's episode. We're going to be showing off the wombos of the combos, the what do's, the what not do's, and have ourselves a good old time exceeding summoning out the wazoo. So, of course, you want the whole deck profile. That's going to be the end as always. For now, we're going to be going into today's episode. We're going to show this deck off and some duels on good old yugioh Pro, and have ourselves a good one. So, don't forget to hit up all the good buttons below to help out the channel. And without further ado, let's get right into the action and show off what this baby can do. Alrighty, our first opponent, another day, another card game. So with our deck, we do prefer to go first. It's kind of a go first, sort of set things up, sort of archetypal support thing. So let's see what we have for an opening hand. Card, okay, let's see about this. We're going to start by activating Goblin's Biker Grand Entrance. This gets me a Goblin Biker, so let's get gone wild. And we're going to activate our Grand Bash. Gives me two normal summons this turn. So let's go ahead and normal summon with our Goblin Guy Grand Bash. We don't save the other normal summon. We're going to summon out Goblin Bikers Gone Wild. This guy will search me another goblin to my field. I say search it to the field, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get Mercy Man. Why not? Mercy Man, yeah, let's go ahead and summon that Dig Dug Charger. This will work just fine. I'd like to end on a Boombox in the hand. That's my preference here. But we got a whole bunch of goblins. That's a good start. We'll go ahead and get a Grand Crisis to have a little bit of interrupting on my opponent's board. And we're going to summon out our boy, Bigabunga. It's kind of a thing with this deck is obviously Ryzeals lock you into like rank 4s. And, Doomz can, they also don't really lock out too much. But the point is, you kind of start with one engine and see where things go from there. So let's go ahead and get Boom Mock. We'll be able to use that to interrupt my opponent by stealing their stuff. And I still have my normal summon. So we're going to normal set. Let's see, Ryzeal. Yes, normal summon Ice Ryzeal. When this is summoned, I can summon a Ryzeal from the deck. Which, that works just fine. We're going to summon out, let's see here. Yeah, let's get this guy. Node Ryzeal. Send a card, target a Ryzeal, summon a defense. Yes, this is exactly what we want to do. I totally remembered the combo. Anyway, we'll summon out Sword Ryzeal and use its effect. This will add me another Ryzeal. Doesn't really matter who, we're going to get rid of it at one point anyway. What's more important is that we're going to go ahead and make a Ryzeal Dual Drive. Go ahead and use these two. Just those two. But Chumba. We'll make our Ryzeal Dual Drive. And hope that there's no Nibiru's in our way, because that would be awful. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and detach a couple materials from my boy. I can also detach from Bigabunga, but I don't really need to do that at the moment. Not especially. Let's see here. What do I want? I'm just going to get my trap on my field spell. So I can negate some monsters as well as doing some other stuff as well. And we're going to activate our boy, if my mouse will work today. We're going to send to the grave our X Ryzeal. We have too many monsters on the board to really use X at the moment. It's kind of the thing that's why they hit X Ryzeal. If you don't draw them in the opening hand, it's like bad news for you. But now, we can go ahead into Ryzeal Detonator. That'll attach another material. This will protect my stuff on the board. It actually protects all my Exceeds, by the way. It also protects Bigabunga, which is amazing. So we'll set all of that. We'll activate, come on, mouse. Activate Ryzeal Cross. We're going to set Grand Crisis, so I can banish a monster on the board if need be. I'm going to set up my Mass Drive, and we are all set. And in the end phase, Bigabunga will give himself another Exceeds material, just so he has it. And we are good. Should be all good. That was pretty solid. I would have loved the Doomz to have joined in, but, Thereabouts. They're doing their thing. Do I want to do any of these? No. No, I don't. I can make all my Ryzeals get bigger if I need to. But we'll save that for when we need to. Let's put it that way. So let's see what this guy's up to. Starting with a set dough. Set 2, interesting. Ah, Kashtiras. I see. Interesting. Kashtira Ogre. This is the one that gets him the trap cards. Alright. Well, I'll go ahead and use Dreadnader's effect. Attaching material, once per chain, I can just blow up stuff. He's the major interrupter. And now that I've let's see, what was the other effect of this? Oh yeah, I can attach a material to just negate Ogre, but that's a once per turn. But let's not do that just yet. Not just yet. And yeah, I could also use Kabunga to attach material. Let's not do that yet. There's a lot of interactions this deck will do all at the same time. You gotta be careful with what you play when. Very important. Let's see here. I really don't want you to have that, sir. I'm gonna have to blow up everything you knew and loved. No offense intended, sir. But yeah, no Kashtira birth for you. Let's see here. Well, for frick's sake. This man just wants to keep it up. Okay, let me double check something. I target a goblin in the graveyard. Do I have a goblin in the graveyard? I forget. Or target a goblin monster. I don't have that. Okay. Okay, he can have the ogre. That's fine. He wants the ogre so bad he can have it. Okay? He can have the darn thing. At least for now, he can have it. But anyway, he's got Kashtira Ogre. And this is the thing that lets him excavate. This isn't no Fenrir. Let's put it that way. This ain't no threat that's like Fenrir. It's just a guy. So who are you attacking is the question. You're going at the Bigabooga. Alright, let's see here. Man, I just want to keep detaching materials off of my Dreadnader. Because why the heck not? That's what it's his whole thing. He's kind of like that guy from Invincible, Rexplode. I mean, he even has like the glowy fingers too. It's crazy. But yeah, that's what he does. He just keeps chucking explosives at people. That's all he does. It's in his name. I have to do it. If I didn't, I would be going against everything that Dreadnader believes in. What do you get rid of? Oh, I got rid of Alara. I wanted Alara. She's the good one. Alright, attempting to end the main phase. I'm going to activate Ryzeal Mass Driver. Seems like a waste, but I can attach it as a new material onto Detonator. Oh yeah, they did change her name to Detonator. I think Dreadnator's a better name. I mean, he inspires Dread. Why not call him Dreadnator? I'm just saying. Okay, so end of phase. Let's go ahead and activate. Burgle-gabunga. Put another material on my boy. Let's see. Ooh, Doomderg. Okay. Alright, let me think about that. I mean, not necessary, but not bad either. Let's see. Goblin from the grave to the hand, you say? Boy, how my mouse is like busted or something. Anyway, detach. Does he bend the card detach material? Then add a goblin from grave to hand. Here's what we're gonna do. Do I have a Dig Dug? Yes, I do. Let's activate Grand Entrance. We're gonna banish this. Detach a material from a Gabunga being no. Not if I can help it. No skill drain for you. Skill drain, really? Oh no! That's not good. Soul of Supreme Boy. Okay. Alright. Interesting. We'll go ahead and attach Doug and get Doug. Remind me how this works. Don't activate a spell effect. Well, a material just got detached, so I'm just gonna steal Zark and make him frickin' exceed material. How's that for karma, Zark? No nuking boards for you. Alright, well, I don't even need to do anything else. I'm just gonna go for the game. Alright, well, that was frightening for about 0.5 seconds or something. I don't know. But that's what this deck does want to do. You want to get the Dreadnator. You want to start popping your opponent's stuff, interrupt their flow, prevent them from setting up. And then you have the Goblin Bikers running people over, stealing their stuff. The Doomz will come in handy when we get into them. But that's good for duel number 1. Let's go for duel number 2. Show up more what this deck can do. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alright. I gotta be smart about it. Gotcha. Alright, what do we have for opening hand? Okay, once more the Goblin Bikers are back, but this time we got the Doomz prepared. Got some Doom ready. What do we got here? Fuwos. Fuwos. I don't like Fuwos. Fuwos is mean to me. Alright, let me think about this. If I give him like one draw, that's not the end of the world, I guess. Not ideal by any standard, but I would rather do that than do nothing. Stinking Fuwosing here. Fuwosing. Anyway, we're going to use Alara's effect. This gets me a spell trap. We're going to get Doomz Raiders. This is our main engine for search. It's kind of like Zodiac Barrage, which I totally forgot. I gotta do Zodiac at some point. Once I get all these other decks I got to do, I will do Zodiacs. I just haven't done them yet, but it will happen at some point. Anyway, let's go ahead and pop Alara number 2. And we're going to go ahead and add to our hand, because we don't want to summon for the deck, because that gives them a free draw. We're going to get ourselves Drastia. We'll activate Drastia's effect to pop Alara number 2. Summon this from the hand. Equip spell. Actually, I don't even need to exceed summon right now, because I can just do that as a quick effect. So I'm not going to give this guy the joy of, doing stuff. I'm not going to give him the joy of a free draw. No, I won't. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and get our Grand Crisis once more. And put some extra usage on Dig Dug Charger. And we'll set a couple of cards, and we'll end our turn. Alright, so as soon as this dude's turn even starts, we're going to go ahead and activate to summon out our Winning Seas monster. This will summon out Drostius. He's big, large, and in charge. Nope. But I do want to activate my other trap card, which is this. Doom's Destruction. Dooms like their equipped spells, and this is an equipped trap. But now, my opponent can only add cards from the deck to the hand by drawing them. So no Search-a-Muffins allowed. That's not a Search-a-Muffin, that's a Cyber Dragon. And unfortunately, Drostius is a machine! Accursed Chimera Fortress. Alright, well that escalates things quite a bit, unfortunately. I mean, I still have Grand Crisis, but that doesn't help. No, of all the opponents it had to be, the one deck with an easy out to Drostius, because that guy has protection. That dude can equip monsters as material. If it wasn't Cyber Dragons always show up right when you don't expect them and right when you don't want them around. God darn it. That just sucks. Alright. Getting over it. There's what are the odds he plays more than one of that card? Pretty low, right? Pretty low. What is this doing? This card is supposed to target a card on the field and blow it up. Well, that stinks. I guess I guess waste not, want not, and all that good stuff. Away with the Azalea. Well, that is unfortunate. Alright, we'll see where this is going to go from here. It's all going to depend. If I can draw a Doomz card, any Doomz card, I can still do something. It just matters, 1, we live. 2, I draw a Doomz card. I could also possibly, well, I just banished Dig Dug because I was a silly person there, but I did it. Okay, this might be an OTK here. The Rampage Dragons you got to worry about. Rampage, if he has Rampage, let's see. Set a Cyberdark, getting Clockwork Knight, and make everyone a robot. All must become a robot under the rule of the Machine King. Okay. Oh, for freak's sake, this guy had the hand. This man had that. I mean, I had a pretty good hand too, but this guy has like the hand. So I'm not a big fan of, because now he's going to make like Infinity Dragon and negate my things. I'm not a big fan of that. Not especially. Can only use Dragon Machine Cybers as fusion material. Okay, so he's not really affected at all by anything. Not really. So I think I might be doomed, ironically enough. I think, ironically enough, I am doomed. Because Cyber Infinity Dragon is a once per turn Omni negation. So no matter what I have, he'll be able to stop it. So I think I'm just doomed. I think I'm dead. Gosh darn it. That is unfortunate indeed. Also, he has the slightly lamer artwork of Cyber Infinity Dragon. But yeah, this is going to be a clean OTK for certain. There's nothing I can do. He's going to send out Twin Dragon or Rampage Dragon, and that's just going to be the end of it. So, sucks for us, but, you know, at least the Doom showed up. Oh, wait, no, Raiders. Well, it won't matter, but I'll at least be able to activate this. Not that he'll allow it to happen, but, you know, Doom's Raider, if it's does pop a card. If it wasn't for Infinite Dragon, that would have been great. So let's go ahead and pick ourselves back up into third duel. Get the boys back on, but that was just unlucky. That was straight up only because it was Cyber Dragons and they had to clean out the Drostius. But let's go ahead to the third duel and pick ourselves back up. Alright, with the third opponent to fight in third. Let's go on all through and get it going. Okay, we get to go first again. That's good. That's good. Let's see what we got for our hand. Little bit of everybody. Okay, very nice. So what we're gonna do here? Let's see, but that'll stop me from summoning everybody else is the problem. I could just go for the Ryzeals and go for the Doomz later. I think that might work. We'll see how it goes. We'll start with our Sword Ryzeal. We'll do it. Let's go for X Ryzeal. We're gonna go ahead and ditch one of the cards extra deck to summon him. You want to ditch Eclipse Twins and bring out this dude. And of course, good old X Ryzeal will do his thing. He'll add us another monster being Node Ryzeal. Just want to keep him up, And go from there. I mean, this is a pretty basic Ryzeal thing. You know, go for the big old Ryzeal Duo Drive. Detach both the materials off of him. Get some more Ryzeal cards. So we'll get the field spell. We'll get the trap card. A little bit of 1-2 punch right there. We'll special summon our Ryzeal Node. And use its effect, discarding. I'm thinking here. Oh shoot, what do I get rid of? That's a hard choice. I guess I can get rid of Raiders, even though I don't really want to. Because I already have like the Doomz combo without it, so I think this will work just fine. I think. Maybe. Possibly. We'll find out. We'll summon out our Dreadnator, put another material on that boy. Everyone will be nice and protected. Let's see, let me double check something. This card's on the grave. Target 2 rank 4 lower exceeds. Yeah, let's go ahead and equip Eclipse Twins. Get that going. Activate Ryzeal Cross. Activate Ryzeal Mouse Driver. And I can summon Duck Charger, but I can't exceed summon anybody else this turn, so we'll hold off until next turn. A slow but steady start. It's a start to things. Got Duo Drive and Dreadnator. I got the Dready Boy. My opponent's got, we don't know yet. It's hard to say. He's got a 41 card deck with a 13 extra. Interesting. Oh man, he's T-set and passing. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. Luckily, I'm an old school player and I will not be deceived by such shenanigans. So let's go ahead and summon out Doomz 5 Amouth. Use its effect. If my bloody mouse would, I don't know what the heck I did to my mouse. It does not want to work anymore. We'll give ourselves Drostia and go for the Drostia combo. I really hope that, like, in the future, Doomz get a little bit more support. It's a small archetype. I mean, it's pretty basic combos and things, so they have a pretty cool boss if you can actually manage to summon the darn thing. Well, I feel like they need just a little bit extra. Just to cement how potent that they can truly be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like this dude. Good old Drostrius. Let's see. Equip a face-up monster. No. Like, I could, but I don't want to. So let's go ahead and use Dog Charger. Let's get all... Let's see. What does this do when it hits to get target 2 rank 4 lower exceeds in the graveyard? Nah, I'd rather keep that for later. That's going to be important if my opponent does manage to nuke me in some way, shape, or form. But for now, let's see. I have it normal summoned. So I'll get Grand Entrance. That way we can get all the boys to the yard. This guy hasn't done anything yet, which makes me a little worried. That could be a battle trap, for all we know. Thinking it could be a battle trap. Let's get me and the Merciless. And then, no, we're good. We have it normal summoned. Oh, wait, I did normal summon because I'm dumb. Oh, well. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter too much. Let's see, I can just attach more from everybody else. Add more stuff. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I don't have Bigabunga on the board, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. What are the odds this has more than 2,500 defense? There's only like one thing I can think of that would be bigger, and I really doubt that's what it is. It's Ryko! Alright, Ryko. Ryko. I was trying to use the other effect, but that's okay. I guess we'll blow up Doug Charger so nobody else dies. And, yeah, I better negate that with Ryzeal Cross. I don't want him to get free willy-nilly searches, but we'll attack with Drostrius. He will be destroyed at the end of the battle, or the damage step, because I use that other effect. The equip spell gives some additional effects. But thankfully, Drostrius can't be destroyed the first time he would be destroyed per turn. So he'll be fine. And we'll do some damage. Let's see. I could play Mass Drive, but no. Okay, my slight mistake. Should have had an OTK. Never mind. I was about to say we're supposed to have an OTK, but not necessarily. But that's okay. Let's see. What was the other effect of this again? Card 2 Rising cards in the graveyard, put them on the bottom of the deck in the order, draw 1 card. I mean, they're not doing me any good in the graveyard, so why not? Let's put Sword and X back on the back of the deck. Draw me another card. I don't care about orders. And we should be okie dokie, I think. As long as I don't misclick Drostrius again, we'll be good. Alright. Standby phase, we're good. Plus, now I have a Grand Crisis in the, thing. Because I can use this to banish my Dig Dug from the grave. To banish my opponent's cards from the grave. So that could be useful. But it just depends on what this... I mean, I assume this is a Lightsworn deck of some variety. A really bricky version of Lightsworns, apparently. I feel like something's up here. I don't know. It's hard to say what it is. But let's go ahead for Doomz Alara. This will search me my spell traps. That way I can get Doom's Raiders. I just don't trust this guy. There's something weird about his deck. I can't tell if this is some sort of low-tier, troll deck, or it's something else. Let's see. Negate the effects of all face to destroy some monster, attach materials, second attack in a row. I could, but I don't really need to do that. Instead, I'm going to go for the other Doom's Exceed monster. Good old Diectorus. You can destroy a Doom's card and then destroy a monster on the field. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and do exactly that. We're going to pop our Doomdurg in the hand and blow up whatever this is. Another Ryko. Okay. Alright, works for me. Let's just attack with everybody. Alright, you got something? Waboku, perhaps? Possibly. Maybe. I doubt it, but it could be. You never know. It could be Waboku. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Oh no, that's the worst thing it could possibly be. My Eclipse guy got wasted. Gosh darn it, you son of a gun. Alright, well, that is unfortunate, but it's not over till I start singing. I haven't started singing no tunes. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, next turn. Presuming we live, we will not die. Gosh, this is... I mean, I'll give him credit. He's got some fancy old school text going and some freaking... So this is Lightsworns. What's with all the battle traps, though? What in Lord? What? Recycle? Select a non-monster card in the grave and turn to the bottom of the deck. During the standby phase, pay 300 life. What the heck? Okie dokie. Ah, Lila. I see. Good old Lila. Gonna blow up my field spell? I mean, that stinks, but I don't really need it right now. Alright, we'll see where this is gonna go. I'm hoping he mills something important. Like a wolf. or a Felis, or a Weiss, or both, or all of them. Hard to say which, but one of those three. Alright, Mr. Lightsworn man. You're out of battle traps, aren't you? You're gonna wish you had some battle traps in a hot minute. You're gonna wish that were the case. Got freaking 2 Rykos and 2 battle traps. That's crazy. That's crazy. What does this Cyxroid do again? What? Let's see. Did say Lightsworn. Target Lightsworn in the grave. After your hand, every time a card sent to the graveyard, play Shine Counter. Let's see. Lightsworn will be destroyed by card effect. Remove Shine Counters. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so Lila will mill 3. Uh-huh. Well, I can't stop all of it because he did, in fact, mill both Weiss and Wolf. Okay. Let's activate Goblin's Grand Crisis. Let's go ahead and banish Boom, and we'll banish a Boom. I think I can deal with Wolf better than I can deal with him having a Summoner. For free. Alright. Yeah, you got your little old wolf on the board. I see that, dude. But I have Mean the Merciless. Mean the Merciless will summon out a dude from my hand. Let me just double check. So this summons a goblin from the deck, yes. So unless I've mistaken my everything, we'll summon out a Biker's Gone Wild and summon another monster. And that'll be Dunk Charger. Where Ryzeals and Doomz have failed, the Gobos will arrive. And they're going to bring the Grand Bash, and they're going to be all huge. Huge, I tell you. Because for every different goblin, I get 300 attack points. And another normal summon to boot. Who needs monster effects when you just run things over, am I right? So we'll beat over my opponent with everything we got, and that will be game very nice. So, should we do a 4th duel today? I think we'll do a 4th duel today. I feel like we... should we? I mean, we've shown off the deck. We've done most everything in it. I think we're good. Feels kind of weird to end it with a duel like this, but I only go for 4ths when it's like really, really quick, and you know I've got other videos to make. So let's just call it for this one today. We've shown off the deck. We've shown off like everything we could do really for this deck. So we'll call it for today. Let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody, so Doomed Ryzeal Goblin Bikers went 2 out of 3, which is perfectly acceptable. I mean, if you're not up against Cyber Dragons, this deck does very well. We just summon out all of our boys, Exceed summon out the wazoo, Dreadnator's popping everything, Doom's Drastus is equipping things onto himself, Dig Dug is equipping everything onto himself, not Dig Dug, but Bigabunga is equipping everything onto himself. It's all about aggressively messing with your opponent. It's like giving your opponent a really playful noogie on top of their head. You know, this is what this deck is like. So we're gonna show off most everything in this deck. I mean, there's a couple little niche tech cards we didn't get to go into, but they're niche tech cards for a good reason. Not that I can't summon Shark Drake and go into Shark Drake Levice. I just didn't really have the need to do so, but it was always a possibility. So I hope everybody enjoyed today's episode. If you did, don't forget to hit up all the good buttons below and help the channel out. We're 31 away from 1,000, boys. Let's keep it going. And now, here's the deck profile for anyone who wants to know about it here. Don't forget, we also have it up on our Discord as a YRK file as well. So, here is what we are playing with today. For our main deck, we played 2 copies of Doom's Zero Drastia, 2 copies of Goblin Bikers Gone Wild, 2 copies of Ice Ryzeal, 3 copies of Doom's Amalth, 2 copies of Sword Ryzeal, 2 copies of Node Ryzeal, 3 copies of Doom's Alara, 1 copy of the Palm Ryzeal, 1 copy of X Ryzeal, 2 copies of Assault Dig Dug, we got 2 copies of Mean the Merciless, 2 copies of Boom Mock, 1 copy of Power Patron Doomz. We have 1 copy of Goblin Bikers Grand Entrance, 2 copies of Ryzeal Plugin, 2 copies of Doom's Raiders, yes, 1 copy of Grand Bash, 2 copies of Doom Durg, 1 copy of Ryzeal Cross, 1 copy of Ryzeal Mass Driver, 2 copy of Doom's Destruction, 2 copies of Goblin Bikers Grand Pileup, and 1 copy of Doombiker Grand Crisis. For our extra deck, we have run 1 copy of Goblin Bikers Troika Greer, 1 copy of Goblin Bikers Big Gobunga, 2 Dactoris of the Dooms, 1 copy of Full Armored Utopic Ray Lancer, 1 copy of Eclipse Twins, 1 copy of Ryzeal Duo Drive, 1 copy of number 32 Chaos, 1 copy of Ryzeal Dreadnator, 1 copy of Drill Driver Vespinato, 1 Chaos 32 Shark Drake Levice, 1 copy Goblin Bikers Gone Bunkers. 2 copies, lastly, of Doomz and Goblin. For the side deck, other just big old things you can go into. If you want to try for the Armored Exceeds, you have things like Exceeds Armored Fortress. If you want to blow up back row and the like, no, not back row, you blow up a defensive monsters. You got like Frozen Lady Justice you can go into. You got things like the new Dragon Gate, which I think this just gets like really huge is what he does. He's just a big beat stick basically. But you also have things as you want to go into like full armor Dark Knight Lancer to really compound stealing your opponent's stuff. There's an option. You also just have double A Zeus because it's an Exceed deck, but it's better to not rely on this all the time. But you know we have it if we need it. You also have things like Armored Exceeds, Exceeds and Trust. You have Exceeds Lay, just general things that work for Exceeds monsters. You have things like Exceeds Poseidon, Splash, and Exceeds Reborn, reviving your Exceed monsters, and change of monsters, but whatever this card does. I don't remember what this thing does, but it's in here for good reasons. It's in here for good reasons. You also Exceed Revival Splash. We can bring back monsters. You got Full Armored Exceeds, again, just for making your Exceeds bigger. Ryzeal Mass Driver for more damage. Boojin Regalia, the Jewel. It can equip onto your rank 4s and things, so just another option. It gets more attack for every material on it, so you can make your Exceed a little bit bigger if you need to. And then lastly, we have Wonder Exceed to exceed on your opponent's using your monster's turn. And lastly, we have Wonder Exceeds for just Exceed summoning as a quick effect, which can be useful if your opponent's trying to negate your summons, or not negate your summons, but if you try to like blow up your Exceeds material before you Exceed summon. There you go. That's an option. So that's the deck, everybody. Hope you very much enjoyed it. Where did my list go? I had a list of all the various decks we're playing, and I seem to have mislaid the gosh darn thing for the billionth time that I tend to do. But we have a list of decks. We're playing them. I think next time was the DDD. I think it's the DDD deck. I think. I don't know how that up this week because I got to remember all the DDD combos, but we will be playing DDDs very soon. So until next time, everybody, you stay safe and happy. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, your boy Memphis is signing out. Until then, you'll stay safe, stay happy, and you have a good one. Take care, everybody.